So now we are in a Goebel booth with you're the founder of the Goebel, right?
Yes.
I'm with Mr. Oliver Goebel here. And could you introduce yourself to the Korean fan?
Hi everybody from Hi-Fi Club,
Yeah.
Korea. It's a pleasure to have you all here and to introduce you to our brand. It's Goebel High-End, the brand. We are now in business this year, 20 years. We have this year our 20th anniversary. And we're producing loudspeakers and cables. We have two lines of loudspeakers. One is the Epoch Eon line, which is based fully on our bending wave technology, stiff bending wave technology. We have a patent on this, and we are the only company who produce these kind of drivers. It's a wideband speaker from 160 hertz to 30,000 hertz with one driver and with a nearly equal directivity over the whole frequency range. So this makes it very, very special. It's supposed to be more in the nearer field application to sit, so it's not for 10-meter distance, it's more around 3-meter listening distance. So this is the Epoch Eon line. This is perfect for this line. We have a second line. This is the Divin line, which we are seeing here. This is the Divin Marquis, this model, and the Divin Sovereign subwoofer. The Divin line is more for, is capable for bigger rooms with longer listening distances, has a higher sensitivity. This smallest model, which we see here, 92 dB, is already quite high without horns, 92 dB efficiency. And you can use tube amplifiers, hybrid, as you want. All will drive the Divin series. And we have, like I said, Divin Marquis. This is the entry model in the Divin line. We have the Divin Noblesse. This is the middle model. And we have the Divin Majestic, which is the top model.
The biggest one.
The biggest one. The biggest one has 98 dB efficiency in 1 watt, and the Noblesse has 95 dB. So it's quite, without horns, it's quite a high sensitivity. Yeah. Sorry,
Yeah, sure.
I forgot one thing. Our cable line is a Lacorde Statement cable line. We have our proprietary conductor material which we use, and we build all our cables from this raw wire conductor material which we get produced, and we with webbings and everything do it in our factory, build then the cables on this raw wire, from this raw wire.
But the material that you're using is quite confidential, right?
Yes. Yes. And we use it actually, we started with the cables because we were looking for cables inside of our loudspeakers to connect the drivers with the crossover and the crossover with the terminal. And we were looking for this, and that the speaker cable was actually the first cable we unveiled, because to make the perfect chain from the speaker to the amplifier with the same cable and cable material. And then we expand our line of cables. Now we have nearly every cable, also Ethernet cable, USB cable, everything, digital
you have
cables.
Also the Ethernet cable as well?
Yes, yes.
You already mentioned before 2 series of the Goebel speakers. They don't differ to the price range, right?
No, this is the difference is the application you will use. So if you are more into solid state, for example, you can use for both. But if you are a single-ended tube guy or tube guy, you should go for the Divin line. Also, application-wise, if you have a big room or a bigger room and bigger listening distances, you should go for the Divin line. And the Epoch line is more for nearer listening distances and for a little bit more normal room sizes and petite room sizes.
Like even the near field style.
Yes, yes. So, because it's a wideband speaker, you have nothing has to add up. You know, there's no tweeter mid-range, so you can actually listen 10 centimeters away from the speaker and everything is fine, so to say. So that's the application is the difference. The price is not the difference. So the Epoch Eon reference has the same price as the Divin Noblesse. Quality-wise, there's the Epoch Eon line has its advantage because of the wideband and for the nearer listening distances, and the Divin line has its advantages because of the sensitivity and the dynamics of the speaker.
Epoch series, even in a really high frequency, it could be dispersed all around the places, right?
Yes, it's nearly 160 degree is the dispersion
160
range.
degrees.
So you can stand. If I sit here, you also have the high tones from this speaker and
From the AMTs.
not from the AMT. if this would be the bending wave driver, so that's it has a very wide dispersion.
So I wonder now, how do they make the near field setup with this kind of the drivers? I want to know, how did you do that with the Epoch system?
Epoch speakers, it's a normal listening application. So you don't. I mean, near field is for me. It's not. I'm normally it's not 1 meter or something like this. Normally it's 3 meter, for example. So 3 meter, the triangle with 3 meters.
Okay.
So that's it's already quite near field. So that's what I mean. It's not near field. I don't mean 1 meter or 50 centimeters. Like in a studio, you have near field monitors. They are I don't know 50 centimeters away from you or 1 meter. This I don't mean. Even they can do this also, but the normal application is around 3 meter in this triangle, in the stereo triangle. This is the normal application.
In here, the lovely pair of the Divin Marquis, and you launched the new subwoofer version as well.
So here we are using the Divin Sovereign subwoofer only to supplement the Divin Marquis. The Divin Marquis can do the bass by themselves. They have a 12-inch bus driver, which is very special, very lightweight moving mass, very quick, can go down also deep. It don't need the subwoofer. The subwoofer is in parallel, so the Divin Marquis is running full range. The subwoofers are connected in parallel, so for example, the output of the preamp, one line goes to the amp for the speakers, and one line goes to the subwoofers. And the crossover frequency in this setup is 35 hertz.
35 hertz.
It's only to make
used to get more atmosphere.
Exactly. The bass, the Divin Marquis can do bass by themselves. Without any problem. It's only to make more atmosphere, more naturalness. This is only to add more naturalness. This is the reason for the subwoofers. And when you demonstrate switch off the subwoofers, the bass is not missing, but it gets a little bit smaller, everything. So if you add the subwoofer, you get the atmosphere from the recording better.
That was a really nice interview with you. Finally, would you like to leave some comment for the Korean fans?
I was very happy to get interviewed and to get to know the Korean and to talk to the Korean fans and audience. And I would love to meet you maybe on the next show in Korea. Until then, I would say goodbye and many thanks for having me and for interviewing me.
Thank you. That was Oliver Gebel from Gebel.
Many thanks.